Did the hero's journey die in the age of comfort? For millennia, across every culture and civilization, humanity has been captivated by a universal story, the hero's journey. From ancient myths to modern blockbusters, it's a narrative blueprint that resonates deep within our souls, a call to adventure, trials and tribulations, transformation, and a triumphant return. It speaks to our innate desire for growth, purpose, and overcoming adversity. But what happens to the hero's journey in an age defined by unprecedented comfort, convenience, and risk aversion? In a world where every need can be met with a tap on a screen, where discomfort is avoided at all costs, and where safety is prioritized above all else, does the very concept of a heroic quest become obsolete? Today, on Echoes of Olympus, we ask a provocative question. Did the hero's journey die in the age of comfort? We'll explore the timeless stages of this archetypal journey, examine how modern society might be inadvertently stifling our inner hero, and discover how, even in our cushioned lives, we can still answer the call to adventure. The hero's journey, a universal blueprint. The concept of the hero's journey, or the monomyth, was popularized by the mythologist Joseph Campbell. After studying myths and legends from around the world, Campbell discovered a recurring pattern, a universal structure underlying countless heroic tales. This journey typically involves a series of stages. The call to adventure. The hero is presented with a challenge or opportunity to leave their ordinary world. Refusal of the call. Often the hero initially hesitates, fearing the unknown. Meeting the mentor. A wise figure provides guidance, tools, or encouragement. Crossing the threshold. The hero leaves the familiar world and enters the special world of adventure. Tests, allies, and enemies. The hero faces challenges, forms alliances, and confronts adversaries. Approach to the inmost cave. The hero prepares for the greatest challenge, the ordeal. The hero confronts their greatest fear or obstacle, often facing death. Reward, seizing the sword. The hero achieves their goal, gaining a reward or special knowledge. The road back. The hero begins their journey home, often pursued by forces from the special world. Resurrection. The hero faces a final, purifying ordeal, often a last confrontation with death. Return with the elixir. The hero returns to the ordinary world, transformed, bringing a gift or wisdom that benefits their community. This isn't just a literary device. It's a psychological map for human growth and transformation. It suggests that true fulfillment comes not from avoiding challenges, but from embracing them, confronting our fears, and integrating the lessons learned. It's a journey of self-discovery, where the hero returns not just with a treasure, but with a deeper understanding of themselves and the world. The age of comfort, where the journey meets an obstacle. Now let's consider our modern landscape. We live in an era of unprecedented comfort and convenience. Technology has removed many of the physical hardships and uncertainties that once defined human existence. We have instant access to information, entertainment, and goods. Our lives are designed to minimize friction, maximize pleasure, and avoid discomfort at almost any cost. While this comfort has brought undeniable benefits, it also presents a profound challenge to the very essence of the hero's journey. If the journey is about overcoming obstacles, what happens when we actively engineer obstacles out of our lives? If it's about confronting the unknown, what happens when every answer is a click away? The refusal of the call, amplified. In the past, the call to adventure might have been a literal quest for survival or a societal duty. Today, it might be the call to pursue a challenging career, to engage in difficult conversations, to confront personal fears, or to step outside our digital echo chambers. But in an age of comfort, the refusal of the call is easier than ever. Why face discomfort when you can simply scroll past it, numb it with entertainment, or order a distraction to your doorstep? The absence of mentors, or the rise of false ones. While information is abundant, genuine mentorship, the kind that pushes you beyond your limits and challenges your assumptions, can be scarce. Instead, we often seek out voices that confirm our biases, or self-help gurus who promise transformation without genuine effort, offering shortcuts that bypass the necessary trials of the journey. The illusion of progress. Our digital lives often provide an illusion of progress without real-world engagement. We can learn about complex topics, connect with thousands online, and even simulate experiences, all from the safety of our homes. But this virtual engagement, while valuable in some contexts, can replace the messy, unpredictable, and often uncomfortable reality of true growth and transformation. Risk aversion and safetyism. Modern society, understandably, prioritizes safety. But an excessive focus on eliminating all risk can stifle the very experiences that forge resilience, courage, and character. The hero's journey inherently involves risk, failure, and the willingness to step into danger. If we are constantly shielded from these, how can we develop the qualities needed to navigate life's inevitable challenges? In this age of comfort, the hero's journey isn't necessarily dead, but it's certainly facing its greatest challenge. The external dragons may have been tamed, but the internal ones, apathy, anxiety, and a profound sense of unfulfillment, are thriving in the absence of a meaningful quest. The dangers of a life without a journey. What happens when we consistently refuse the call to adventure, when we prioritize comfort and security above all else? The consequences, though less dramatic than facing a mythical beast, can be profoundly detrimental to our psychological and spiritual well-being. A life without a journey, without meaningful challenges, often leads to a subtle but pervasive sense of unease. Existential vacuum. When we avoid the trials and transformations inherent in the hero's journey, we risk falling into what Viktor Frankl called an existential vacuum, a feeling of emptiness and meaninglessness. Despite having all our material needs met, we lack a sense of purpose, direction, or significance. This can manifest as chronic boredom, apathy, or a vague sense of dissatisfaction. Stagnation and unfulfillment. Growth, by its very nature, requires pushing beyond current limits. If we remain perpetually in our comfort zone, we stagnate. Our potential remains untapped, our skills atrophy, and our sense of accomplishment diminishes. The joy of overcoming a challenge, of discovering new strengths, is replaced by the dull ache of unfulfilled potential. Increased anxiety and depression. Paradoxically, a life designed to avoid discomfort can lead to increased anxiety and depression. When we don't develop resilience through facing challenges, small setbacks can feel overwhelming. The constant pursuit of pleasure and avoidance of pain can leave us ill-equipped to handle the inevitable difficulties of life, leading to a fragile mental state. Loss of identity. The hero's journey is fundamentally about self-discovery and transformation. Through trials, the hero learns who they truly are and what they are capable of. Without these crucible moments, our identity can remain underdeveloped, shaped more by external influences and societal expectations than by genuine self-knowledge. We become echoes of others, rather than authentic individuals. Diminished empathy and connection. The journey often involves encountering diverse perspectives and suffering alongside others. When we are isolated in our comfort, our capacity for empathy can diminish. We become less connected to the struggles of the wider world, fostering a sense of detachment and isolation, even amidst abundant social connections. The age of comfort, therefore, presents a unique paradox. By attempting to eliminate all suffering and challenge, we inadvertently create a new form of suffering. The suffering of a life unlived, a potential unrealized, and a spirit unquenched. The hero's journey, far from being an outdated concept, becomes more vital than ever as an antidote to this modern malaise. Reawakening the journey. Finding the call in modern life. So, if the hero's journey is essential for a meaningful life, and the age of comfort seems to stifle it, how do we reawaken our inner hero? The good news is that the call to adventure hasn't disappeared. It has simply changed its form. It's no longer just about slaying dragons or sailing uncharted seas. In our modern world, the heroic quest often takes on a more subtle, yet equally profound dimension. Here's how we can find and embrace our own hero's journey in the age of comfort. Redefine the call to adventure. The call might not come as a literal messenger, but as an inner nudge, a persistent curiosity, a sense of dissatisfaction with the status quo, or a desire to learn something new. It could be the urge to start a difficult conversation, to pursue a passion project, to learn a new skill, or to volunteer for a cause you believe in. Pay attention to these subtle invitations to step outside your comfort zone. Embrace productive discomfort. Consciously seek out challenges that foster growth. This could be physical, running a marathon, learning a new sport; intellectual, mastering a complex subject, learning a new language; emotional, practicing vulnerability, having difficult conversations; or creative, starting an art project, writing a book. Discomfort is not the enemy. It is the forge where resilience is tempered. Cultivate self-awareness and inner exploration. The journey inward is often the most challenging and rewarding. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, journaling, and therapy can help you confront your inner demons, understand your shadow self, and integrate fragmented aspects of your psyche. This is where you meet your inner mentor and face your deepest fears. Seek meaningful mentors and communities. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and support your growth. Find mentors who have walked similar paths and can offer guidance. Engage in communities that share your values and encourage you to push your boundaries. These are your allies on the journey. Practice deliberate practice and mastery. Choose an area of interest and commit to deep, sustained effort. The pursuit of mastery, whether in a craft, a skill, or a body of knowledge, is a micro-journey in itself, filled with trials, failures, and moments of triumph. It builds discipline, resilience, and a profound sense of accomplishment. Return with the elixir, share your wisdom. Once you've gained insights or skills, share them with others. Teach, mentor, create, or simply live as an example. The true purpose of the hero's journey is not just personal transformation, but the contribution of that transformation back to the community. This completes the cycle and gives your journey lasting meaning. By consciously choosing to engage with these challenges, we transform the passive consumption of comfort into an active pursuit of purpose. We don't need to abandon modern life. We need to infuse it with the spirit of adventure. The enduring call of the hero. So, did the hero's journey die in the age of comfort? The answer is a resounding no. It hasn't died. It has simply evolved. The external monsters may have been replaced by internal dragons, and the grand quests by everyday challenges. But the fundamental human need for growth, meaning, and transformation remains as potent as ever. Our modern comfort, while offering many benefits, also presents a unique test. The test of choosing discomfort, of embracing challenge, and of seeking purpose when it's not forced upon us. The true heroism of our time lies not in avoiding the struggle, but in consciously choosing it, in forging our own paths, and in defining our own adventures. Every time we step outside our comfort zone, every time we face a fear, every time we learn something new, every time we contribute to something larger than ourselves, we are answering the call. We are embarking on our own hero's journey. And in doing so, we not only transform ourselves, but also inspire others to find their own heroic path. The hero's journey is not a relic of the past. It is a timeless blueprint for a life well lived. It is a reminder that the most profound fulfillment comes not from the absence of struggle, but from the courage to face it, the wisdom to learn from it, and the strength to emerge transformed. The call to adventure echoes still, waiting for each of us to answer. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe to the Echoes of Olympus channel for more deep dives into mythology, philosophy, and the human quest for meaning, and share it with someone who needs to find their own heroic path. And remember, the greatest adventures often begin where your comfort zone ends.